Hi everyone, my name is Marcos. The world is going through a crisis right now, but schools must continue to teach their students somehow. So how will they do this? Well, they'll simply go online. But what if not everyone has a way to access online learning? Will the school simply put them aside and let them fail? Today I'll discuss about why schools should require students to have access to technology from home. First, I'll discuss about the problems of not having access to technology, and second, I'll discuss about a solution for these problems. So what are the problems exactly? Well, schools are transitioning to online. While classroom lectures can be found online, not everyone can access these lectures and are therefore falling behind educationally. According to Chen in a 2015 academic journal published by Canadian Journal of Learning and Technology, schools are starting to implement the use of technology from the earliest grades. Children who do amazing on homework on home computers tends to find its way back to the school, sort of like reverse homework. Found in an academic journal by Carawalla and Crook, published by British Educational Research Journal in 2002. Homework is now also being done online. While this is great because it cuts down on paper waste, it's bad for those who can't access these homework assignments because they can turn them in. And group projects that were once being done at school are now being done online as well, in which these same students can't continue on the projects anymore. Another problem is that students who lack access to technology are also having a harder time with schoolwork. According to Rana in a 2018 online article, last accessed May 17th of 2020 on www.globalcitizen.org, students who lack access to technology are less likely to graduate than their more technologically equipped classmates. While paper packets are being sent home as an alternative, there are still those who are still at a great disadvantage, especially since they can't ask teachers for help and they can only rely on themselves for help and others at home. Those who are more technologically equipped are given more advantages than ever before, while those are being completely forgotten about and left behind. Those who have access to technology can ask teachers for help, they can ask classmates, they can look up tutorials and videos and find similar examples to help them out. This is unfair and cruel to many of the students who can't do this. So let's go over plans to fix this. Well, we need the federal government to create a national student tech program, and this program would practically lend technology to those who need it, being the students who don't have technology at home. Well, how do we do this? Well, first we need this signed into law. The way we accomplish this is by presenting this to a member of Congress, being the House of Representatives or the Senate, in which they will then present it to the study committee, and it will be debated and discussed and then a voting takes place to accept it. The majority is needed. Once it's accepted, Congress, both the House of Representatives and the Senate will come together, discuss any details, and then send it over to the president in a written format, in which the president will then sign it into law. Well, the second step would be to have Congress create a statute. The statute would be a written law in which sets limits to this program, being like, for example, who qualifies for this program, being the students who do not have access to technology at home. The third step would be to find a way to fund this program. The best way to fund this program would be to raise taxes, especially among two areas, being property taxes and income taxes, as these are the two major supporting factors for public schools. The program would be funded and formed within 1 to 2 years, 2 years being the most. And what would be the last step? Well, the last step would be to simply implement this program into the schools, which then the schools will be able to hand out technology to those who do not have them at home. So what does this conclude to? Well, first I discussed about the problems of not having access to technology from home, and second, I discussed about a solution for these problems. Today, I discussed about why schools should require students to have access to technology from home. Having access to technology from home is an amazing thing, and online learning is a great alternative for the world for the when the world goes through a crisis like today's pandemic, in which schools will be able to help out their students continue their educational careers even from home. Thank you.